G'day everyone, it's Max and welcome to GamrNewz for January 2021. Here I'm going to cover specific channel news for the month, game news to specific games I'm playing, and of course that all-important release schedule, so let's get to it. First, I'd like to wish everybody a happy holidays and a brand new year. 2020 can just get out the door because it sucked big time. And we just don't need any more of that, so I'm hoping everybody, of course, had a great holiday, and of course that you get to have a great, happy new year. The other thing, of course, I'd like to mention now is to my longtime subscribers, I want to thank all the wonderful messages I've recently gotten for my return, and of course we're going to play some games and have some fun, and hopefully towards the end of it we get to have a good time. So let's now have a look at today's backdrop. Of course, today's backdrop is Satisfactory, specifically the open plains in the south. This is one of the 4 main starting areas that you get to choose from when you play in Satisfactory. It's all the same map, so it doesn't matter which of the areas you choose. You're always playing on the same map. You could always travel to the other areas. Another thing to note here is the plains is probably the easiest of the 4 starting areas. It's relatively flat to build on, and the creatures here are the least dangerous of all the creatures. The only minor drawback is when you're starting to get into power management, coal's a little bit of a pain because you only get this small little lake to really work with until you venture farther. And the resources themselves are they're all impure renodes, basically. There's very little plus type nodes here to take advantage of. It means your machines have to work a little harder to get the resources, but you're not probably worried about that until much later anyway. We're going to talk a lot more about that here in a bit. So just with Satisfactory playing in the background, let's cover some other news. First thing we'll talk about is GamrTunz. Oh yeah, so YouTube loves GamrTunz, especially in analytics. But that was kind of one of the 2 reasons I went with GamrTunz when I started reposting again in October. And that was because YouTube and its analytics and data loves GamrTunz. They're relatively short, very watchable, very relatable, just a whole lot of pluses going with them, and the analytics love it. The other reason, of course, is it's what I wanted to do. Of course, 10 years ago, you couldn't do such a thing with games and music and all that stuff. YouTube just didn't have that flexibility at that time. But now, of course, it's a whole different world. There's copyright-free music out there, copyright permission music that you can use, and there's a whole world to explore. And one of the things I always wanted to do was just make game music videos, and now I can. So with GamrTunz, that's what I'm doing, and so we'll continue to do that with lots of games, and of course we'll let that flourish, and everybody can enjoy that. So the next thing, of course, is Satisfactory Update 4 coming in March or April, or maybe May, sometime in 2021. Sure, it's a running joke with Coffee Studios, I'm sure. This is, in this case, Satisfactory is great for making GamrTunz, for sure. Satisfactory is really tough to make into a game series, though, and that is because building anything of large quantity size takes a long time to do. So like you need well, take the area that we're flying over now. This area here, of course, this is only one of many areas that I have on this map. This map I've got 2,000 played hours on, and there is just no way you would be able to do this, in any kind of series. Let's take that 2,000 hours as a series. that would be in 30-minute intervals. That would be what, 4,000 videos. That's just, it's not a doable thing. So it's not a game that lends itself easily to doing mega builds. That being said, Kibbs, of course, you know, he has his Satisfactory on his YouTube channel, you know, with his factories and the whole 9 yards. He's doing a lot of back-end work for those 30-minute videos, though. You know, you're seeing 50, 60, you know, plus hours of work just to do a 35-minute video. That's a lot of work. I don't do YouTube full time, of course. I have a real job and real life and all that stuff, so it'd be very difficult for me to do. That being said, update 4, when it comes out, I'll probably do some highlight stuff on update 4, and of course we'll do I think some factory tours and some stuff like that. That's for sure. The next piece of news is Mr. Prepper. Now, here's a game that I just kind of ran into, and I'm super hooked on it. I've played the demo, I've played the prologue. I don't know when it's coming out exactly, but when it comes out, it's getting its own series on the channel. It's, you know, it will get its own game series. I've discovered several tricks to making your life a lot easier in that game, and so I'll be posting probably some videos on that too. And finally, Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 has just recently come out. Yes, there's some controversy around it. There's many video bug glitches that happen, which is, you know, it's unfortunate, but it's a thing. I tend to look at them the same way I did as No Man's Sky, maybe a little more advanced. No Man's Sky, I bought it on day one. I did not return it. It was very under-promised. It definitely did not deliver on all the things it said it was going to do on day one. Now, though, when you play No Man's Sky, it is all of that and a bag of chips and more. It's an amazing game to play. So I think that's what's going to happen with Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to be a game that over the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to see some really big improvements. And then, of course, when they get ready to go to multiplayer, you know, and whatever DLC they do, you're going to they're going to play catch up for a while. There's several new components to this game, so I'm not really surprised in any way about what I'm seeing here, and I think it's going to come along. But people are going to have to be patient. Yeah, you're not going to be able to run it in ultra settings on old consoles. Sorry, that's just not going to happen. You know, you gotta have some realistics to go along with it too. So we're gonna do. So let's now get into the whole. What are we doing for the release schedule? And sure enough, the release schedule for January is we're gonna do a GamrTunz video here in the next couple of days. I think it's the best one yet, so I recommend watching it. I think it's turned out really, really good, and I'm really happy with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed too. It's what I call the New Year's video, GamrTunz video, and I think it's going to be awesome. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to start getting posted on January 2nd and gets posted every day until Act 2. So there are basically 4 sections to Cyberpunk. There's the prologue, there's Act 1, there's Act 2, and then there's the epilogue. Act 2 is basically when the straps come off. You can free roam, you can do all your things you want, starting with Act 2. You can do a little bit of it in Act 1, but it's kind of better to actually just stick with the storyline and run right up to Act 2. Once you're in Act 2, Bob's your uncle. And that's the way I'm going to do it. So basically, I've played it up to Act 2, and then after that, Cyberpunk videos will get posted a couple times a week, maybe more, depending on what it is I'm doing that week or how much video I got to come out or whatever. Another thing we're going to have coming out is Transport Fever 2. We're going to have a couple videos of that coming out, and that is going to be the Fast Track Speed Build series, which of course is when you get a single map and you do it all start to finish in one video. So that way you don't have to worry about, by episode 15, I'm building another thing on a thing on a thing. No, it's all in one video. But the plan is to have no map over 3 videos. So as much as I would love to have it all in one video, and that is the goal, if it takes up to 3 videos, I'll do it that way, and then we'll see how it goes. Satisfactory, Mr. Prepper, as mentioned, they will show up with tips videos, and Mr. Prepper, of course, is going to get its own series. And finally, Minecraft Evil Island returns. That's right, Minecraft Evil Island. For the long timers of the channel, they all know about the Minecraft Evil Island. The single island series, it was a big challenge way back in the years. I think it still is on the odd occasion for those who like to do it. And that, I did that series, I built Evil Island up from the ground up. It turned out really awesome. I have repaired that file. It took a couple of weeks to do. It was a pain, but I repaired the file, and Minecraft Evil Island: The Return, Episode 0, will be a tour of the original Evil Island, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now it's very broken. Once you go outside of anything that's already been pre-generated, everything starts breaking really quickly. So that's why we wouldn't be able to use that map to continue on. That being said, episode 1, of course, will be as a brand new seed on a brand new island with a tree or maybe 2 to work with. And of course, the challenge is to get to the end from that single island with a single tree. So we'll see how that all goes. With that, I'm Maniac Max, and this has been Gamer News for January 2021. And we will see you all in February.